Alrighty, let's get into some Vermintide. So, here we have the main menu. You get like character select, options, all that regular fucking shit you'll have there. Get your heroes. Each class has each character has 3 different careers. You get your first one, we'll look at his Kruber. He's 8. Mercenary has like whenever he hits whenever he hits 3 enemies with the thing, he gets attack speed. His career skill, it's like a shout that knocks all the enemies back and gives all the teammates temp health. Later on, you can augment it to revive teammates when they're down. The Huntsman, he pretty much once you've leveled him up a bit, he's got unlimited ammo. You just sort of sit back, keep shooting shit. His career skill makes him go invisible and do massive damage with 1 shot. And then you got the Foot Knight, who is a tank. He has like a damage reduction aura for the team. His career skill is a charge that knocks all the enemies down or back, and like you can cancel it at the start of the charge so that you don't push yourself forward. You just stay in the spot and do a massive shield slam against them all. Then we move on to Barden. You got the Ranger Veteran. Whenever specials die, they leave like ammo packs, and you can set it so that you get bombs and stuff like that when they die. His special skills, like a smoke bomb, does it makes him invisible for however long. I think it's 10 seconds, and you can pretty much just sit in your smoke cloud and attack whatever. Nothing will know you're there. You'll just keep smashing the shit out of it. He's not too bad. And then you've got Ironbreaker, the tank of tanks. He uses weapons like axes and shields, maces, two-handed axes. Stuff like that. His passive, every 20 seconds he absorbs 1 hit completely, so he won't take damage. It's got 20-second cooldown. That's fucking sick. He uses ranged weapons such as like flamethrowers, fire pistol things. Like he's pretty cool. His career skill is like a taunt. It's a big AoE taunt. You can set it to, like in later levels, you can set it to taunt bosses and stuff as well. And you've got like unlimited block while you're doing that. You'll just sit there, hold your block, and you'll take no damage, and everything around will attack you, so that your teammates can just kill it all. He also has a reduced damage passive, so he takes 30% less damage from everything. And then the Slayer. He's a completely melee class, does not have a ranged weapon. He's all about jumping in there, smashing the shit out of stuff. He gets a passive buff that gives him increased damage, and you can set it so it also gives attack speed or cooldown reduction and stuff like that. And then his leap is his career skill. He jumps forward, gets 30% increased attack speed for 10 seconds. I personally don't like him, but a lot of people do. And then we have Carillion, my main. Love this bitch. The Waystalker, she's all about like unlimited ammo, killing. Her longbow does massive damage against elites if you can get headshots with it. She's got a passive health regeneration that'll heal her up to half health, and her special shoots 3 arrows that seek enemies, and then 9 times out of 10 headshots. They seek for the head. You have the Handmaiden. She's, I guess you'd say she's the elf's tanky class. She's all about survival. She's got increased dodge distance and passives that allow her to take less damage while she's the last one standing. Gives her increased stamina regen, and she also has a passive that allows her to revive people without, if she's taking hits while reviving, she doesn't get interrupted. Her career skill is a dash that charges through enemies regardless of what they are. You can set that to give you a couple of seconds of invisibility afterwards as well. She's very, very good for speedrunning. And the Shade. Elite and boss killer. This bitch is nutty. She has increased backstab damage. She will... critical backstabs will instantly slay man-sized enemies, which that pretty much just means any enemy that isn't a boss. Her career skill makes her go invisible and do massive damage. She'll one-shot any elite and do massive damage on a backstab, like quarter health a boss on Legend. Then we have Saltspire. I fucking hate this dickhead. He's the Witch Hunter we have first. When you target enemies, he gets critical bonus damage for the team, like towards that target. He pushes back nearby enemies and boosts nearby allies' critical chance by 25 seconds, 25% for 6 seconds on his career skill. Yeah, pretty much he's fucking garbage. I hate him. The Bounty Hunter. You can set him up pretty much. Oh, I should have mentioned. You start with the first row. When you get the character to level 7, you unlock the second. When you get him to level 12, you unlock the third. You have the Bounty Hunter. He has a guaranteed range critical hit every 10 seconds. There's a mod that you can... One of his talents, you can lower that to 7. Whenever he kills an enemy with a melee, that refreshes. It's very good for later on when you get stuff that has ammo regeneration. You can set him up pretty much to be able to just clear hordes, like clear massive hordes, and never run out of ammo using mostly your ranged weapon. His career skill, it's like a big fucking, just one big shot. It's like golden gun type fucking thingy. It just blasts whatever in its path. And then the Zealot. This guy, he's angry. He just charges people. The lower his health, the stronger he gets. His career skill charges at the enemy and gives him, knocking them down, and gives him a 25% increased attack speed for 5 seconds. It can be dangerous to use, so be careful with that, but it's a good bit of fun. He also has a passive that when he gets to 0, like when he dies, when he gets to 0 health, he stays on 1 for a few, he's like invulnerable for like 10 seconds or so. And he keeps fighting afterwards, like as long as you don't get hit again, you'll still be alive. It's fun. We got on to Sienna, the last one. You have the Battle Wizard. She gains... Okay, so the way her weapons work, her ranged weapons, she uses a staff that has overcharge. If you get too hot, you blow yourself up. So you got to be careful of that. The Battle Wizard's passive. You avoid damaging and not casting spells for 8 seconds. Automatically ventilates overcharge. So you have to tell okay, so yeah, basically it vents it much, much quicker and allows you to keep firing. So if you're in the fight. Just use your staff for a while. When you get to pretty high overcharge, just switch, get a couple of hits out with your melee, fight for a little bit. You'll be fine. Her career skill, Firework. She teleports forward, leaving a blanket of fire in her wake that lingers for 6 seconds. It's not a bad career skill. It will knock enemies back and that fire will kill little guys quite successfully. And we have the Pyromancer, my personal favourite of the three. She gains critical strike chance based on her overcharge, so the higher it gets, the more crits she'll do. You can, on your staffs, you can get a thing that when you do critical hits, you lower, like it lowers your overcharge, so you can essentially keep firing endlessly. Her career skill is that just happened up in the top right there. It's like a fireball that shoots out and hits a bunch of enemies in the head. If it hits an elite like a Chaos Warrior or something, it'll usually stop, but if it's shooting through little guys, it'll generally kill 10-15 of them before it stops. And then Unchained. She's a bit of an odd character. When you take damage, half of it is transferred to you, the overcharge of your staff. So you've got to be real careful about managing that, because if you're taking damage, you'll be more likely to blow up than actually die from the damage you're taking. However, her career skill does make her explode without taking damage, vents all her overcharge, and knocks all enemies around her back, doing a bit of damage. It will kill most little enemies. So yeah, that's pretty much the characters. Let's fucking jump onto Carillion and go have a look at some more shit. Alright, so it's your hero selection thingamabob. Alright, let's start with the armory. Okay, so we have equipment. You've got your melee weapons. No, actually, let's have a look at the menus first. You got equipment, talents. It's like your skill tree. You got crafting. We'll look more into that shortly. And then cosmetics. And spoils of war, which is your loot. Okay, so first equipment. This isn't normal. This is a mod that allows me to edit my characters while I'm not actually playing them at the time. But you got melee weapons for Carillion. You've got like a glaive, elven spear. There's 5 different rarities. You've got white, which is just basic. You've got green, which will have 1 property on it. You've got blue, which will have 2. You've got orange, which will have 2 and a trait. And you've got red, which will always be, the properties when you roll will always be max stat. And you got range weapons, same dealio. Necklaces. So your necklace is usually, your properties are defensive properties with the trait affecting your healing. So whether it be a chance to not consume healing items or a passive healing over time, increased effectiveness of healing. There's another one there, reduces damage taken for 10 seconds after using healing. Where's that other one? Yeah, Hand of Shah, or healing an ally with medical supplies also heals you for 35% of your missing health. So if you wanted to play a sort of a medic class, you'd use that. And then we have charms. These are your they're damage buffs. So for this one, I've just used Curse Chaos and Verse Skaven because that gives me boost against everything. But yeah, there's all sorts of different ways you can set it up for whatever mission you're doing and stuff like that. And then trinkets. This has buffs to like respawn speed, your cooldown reduction, movement, crit chance, curse resistance. Curse resistance, I'll explain about that a bit later when I'm doing one of the maps for you. And the trait affects your bombs. Oh, sorry, the charm that affects potions such as speed potions and strength potions, which increase speed, increase strength, and there's also concentration potions that give you mass cooldown reduction. At your career skill will recharge really, really fast, which is very useful. Alright, so talents. Every 5 levels you will unlock a talent point, so you can change and set up pretty much how you want. Personally, this is my speedrunning character, so we've got stuff like a extra block. From the last man standing, I take less damage, more movement speed. If I'm killing anything while I'm running past, I get extra health back, and some invisibility after I use my career skill. But there's multiple other options. Each class usually works reasonably similar with the way their trees work. You have 2 passives, and then you'll have something that'll affect your passive ability, and then a temporary health or healing on the 20, and then something that affects your career skill on the 25. Alright, crafting. So basically, you salvage items that you don't need to get parts. The different items you salvage will give you different shit. You can, as you level up, you get blueprints for different weapons that you can craft. So let's make a set of daggers. Then we got a blue set. But now that we've made that, we can go over here to the upgrade and upgrade something to orange quality. So now it has a trait. You can also reroll traits with amber dust. You get that from disassembling, from salvaging the orange gear. And you need 1 jade and 1 celestial, which you get from green and blue gear respectively, to reroll properties. Illusions, they're basically just weapon skins. You can like apply an illusion to shit if you're feeling it. I mean, yeah, it's, standard shit. If you're running low on dust of any kind, you can convert dust into other dust. Like your higher dust into lower dust to fucking thing, because, I'm always fucking struggling on green dust. And then cosmetics. You got like varying hats and shit. It's just covering it up, standard shit. And then varying skins. And borders for you, second. Fantastic. No, this video's getting pretty fucking long. I might have to like sort this out, eh? Then we got like Ocar's Challenge. It's basically just your missions. Stuff like just complete missions, varying missions. Leveling up characters, completing all the missions on each character on the varying difficulties and stuff like that. Special things for doing, not for killing various specials in various ways or doing stuff like dodging a Packmaster's hook or rescue an ally that's been grabbed by a Packmaster, kill a assassin while he's diving at somebody or some shit. And one's for like clicking stuff, and then there's like, yeah, you get the gist. And then you got dailies, which it'll just be some random something to do. So 25 elite enemies, that's easy, and you'll get an Emperor's chest, which is equivalent of the best chest from champion difficulty, which is the second hardest. And then weeklies you get Bogan Huffers, which they'll have either like a character skin, a character head piece, or a weapon skin. It's basic fucking yeah. What else we got? And missions. So you got quick play, that'll just throw you into a random mission that you've got unlocked. It's got the basic missions. There's 13 of them, but like I know it's not many, but that it changes up enough to make it enjoyable still. Like I mean, I've got fucking God knows how many hours. Well, there's 463 hours, and I'm not bored of this shit yet. The 2 DLC missions. And then deeds. These are things you'll find these in boxes that have special rewards for them. They like this one, but they've also got like special mods. So if you die, you won't respawn. If you go down, you won't, like, you'll instantly die. You won't be revivable at all. And you'll have more hordes coming at you, but you get an Emperor's chest for it, so it's not too bad. But I mean, that was pretty hard. And I think that's all. That's the menus and shit. I mean, I've probably explained everything terribly because, let's be honest, I'm pretty fucking baked right now. But yeah, that's the general gist. Peace.